Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. We have won our first game in Ligue 1. We'll come to that in a minute. We've also scored 2 goals and we've drawn a match as well. And we've lost a game and we're not playing Lyon today because basically there was 14 days between the Lyon and Auxerre games. So today is going to be Auxerre and Nimes. Before we get into the matches in between episodes, we have signed some players and we've also loaned out one player as well. 20-year-old Irish striker Ollie Duncliffe has gone out on loan to Ajaccio, who I want to say are still in League 2. He's going to hopefully play there for an entire season. He's getting good, and by getting good I mean he scored a lot of goals for Béziers last season. Hopefully he can now do it in the league above. I'm starting to think we might need to look at shifting him on. I mean, mentally and physically he's actually quite good. Technically, he's pretty awful, isn't he? The first of 3 loan signings to join the club just before the transfer window closed. Ismael Sa, the Portuguese defence midfielder on loan from Benfica until the end of the season. We're paying a bit of money for him, but he's 4-star current ability, so in theory he is as good, if not better, than Hassan Kamara. Italian left winger Carlo Palmieri has signed on loan from Napoli until the end of the season. We needed a little bit more depth in the wings, because basically we're going to be going back to the winged formation that I have been playing, and I think we probably do need some more players on the left-hand side. He's not an inside forward though, so maybe we need to change things up a little bit. And we've mirrored it on the other side as well. João Pinto has signed on loan from Porto. He is a right-footed right winger, but he can actually play on the left-hand side, so he's kind of versatile. We might use him as the inside forward on the left. In between episodes then, we played 3 games. The first one against Cannes was a 1-0 victory. Ali with his first ever goal for the club, giving us our first ever 3 points in Ligue 1. It wasn't the prettiest of games, but we won, and that's all that matters. Then up against Guillaume, this was a match which was just a little bit of a mess. We went 1-0 down after a 25th minute penalty. It was deserved, it was definitely a penalty. Then Richmond Amancona equalised almost immediately. Then Ali gets himself sent off. We also had a penalty in the second half, which was saved. And then Serge Faure scored an absolute screamer in the 93rd minute. It was a great match for the neutrals. And then we somehow managed to pick up a cheeky little point against Lyon. A 0-0 draw. Not a lot really happened in this. Defensively, we were pretty good. Going forward, not so good. Gvimrad's at 6.3, Dan Stage 6.4. We probably need to start scoring some goals. But the good thing is, the Ligue 1 table looks like this. If it ended like this, I would be extremely happy. 14th place, we've got 4 points. Obviously, still ridiculously early on in the season, but you know what? If it stays this way, this is ideal. If we drop down a couple of places, I'll take it, as long as we stay in the league. Match number 1 then of the episode against Auxerre, the team that came up with us last season, the team that basically were winning League 2 for the majority of the year until right at the end when we snuck in and won the thing on the final game of the season. Auxerre, it's not going to be an easy game. They're up in 6th. The teams that got promoted, Guillaume and Auxerre, are having a ridiculously good season. We're in 14th. We won the damn league. The starting lineup we're going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerritz, a back 4 of João Ferreira, Boris Ella and Collignon, with Ismael Ka making his 2nd appearance. I think he's already played once. He's going to be that half-back because there is an injury to Hassan Kamara. Yoon Kyung-Soo and Gideon Waha are going to be the 2 central midfielders, with João Pinto making his debut as that right-sided winger. Alan Varel on the left-hand side. He's mainly playing because him and Collignon get on really, really well. So I don't really want to break that little partnership up. Levan Gvimradze is going to get a chance as a striker today because normally he's been playing on the right wing. Today, obviously Pinto's going to be playing there. So Gvimradze can hopefully score some goals for us. Now I'd say this is one of those winnable matches, but when we played Auxerre in the past, they have been a lot better than us. I'm hoping we've learned our lessons from last year and we actually know how to play football against them. Obviously, we have bought a couple of players in, but I think realistically, we haven't strengthened. And that's partially down to the fact that I like to buy youth players, and secondly, because we didn't have a huge amount of money to spend anyway. 2.5 million or whatever it was is not enough money to turn this team into a Ligue 1 side. Well, we're 25 minutes in and no highlights yet. 3 shots each, neither team have got anything on target. With 5 minutes left to play of the first half, the first actual highlight, Boris with the ball finds the Portugueseman Ferreira. Yoon Kyung-soo from South Korea, long ball up forward towards Grimradza, who decides to run away from it. Janvier across to Johansson, who smashes it up the other end. Gautier controls, goes for goal. Gerrits makes a save, Boris clears it. It's not gone yet though. Ka has just about got away with that one somehow. Definitely looked like a foul to me. Half time then. Pretty boring first half, apart from that one bit of action. We've had a lot of the ball, we're just not doing anything with it. Let's get the assistant to do the team talk. I'm hoping Grimradza can sort something out, because he's on a 6.5, and that is a worry for me. Corner for Waha to take early on in the second half. Varel chests it down to Levan Grimradza. He's going to have a second attempt. He doesn't manage to get it on target, and it's going to be a goal kick somehow. Colignon's throw, headed down by Alan Varel. Yoon Kyung-soo, the Korean. Ball upfield, tries to find Grimradza, can't do it. Johansson gets the ball. Palani smashes it upfield to Kunga on the left-hand side for Auxerre, into Lacazette. That is not Lacazette, is it? Surely not as a central midfielder either. Lacazette once again, cross-field ball, finds his man, crosses it in low. Boris can clear it. There is still a highlight in this. Salvi to the right winger. I can never try and pronounce his name. Lacazette plays it all the way across to Dibble. Dibble crosses it in early, and Roach is there, and what a tackle that is from, I want to say, was it Ella? I think it was Rodriguella. It's going to be a corner. No, it's not. We've gone to VAR. Keep forgetting there's VAR in this league. Do not be a penalty. Don't be a penalty. What are we going to have? What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Is it a penalty or not? No penalty. Good tackle, Rodriguella. Big Gids with a free kick from distance, goes for goal, hits the top of the bar. That is probably as close as we're going to get to a goal, isn't it? Right, 55 minutes. Gvenradza's coming off. Ali is going to come on after his pretty bad performance when he got himself sent off. We're also going to do Simon Bogle for João Pinto. 15 minutes to play, and Lacazette is going to get himself sent off. He has fouled the South Korean, and Ludovic Lacazette, who is not Alexander Lacazette, luckily for us, has got himself sent off. This is now our time to score a winning goal, isn't it? Let's give them a demand more. We're away from home. This will be a good 3 points if we can get it. It'll be a good point, to be fair, if we can get it. We've got 4 minutes to play, and Auxerre with the ball. That is not a penalty. He's out. He's clearly outside the area. It's definitely a foul, but he's clearly outside the area there. Well, Big Gids is getting called up by the VAR. Come on, what is it going to be? It's a free kick, isn't it? If this is a penalty, I'm calling BS. It's outside the area. Good job. And we don't get to see the free kick either. So this could be a good draw. I think I'll take this draw. We've got 10 seconds left to play. Ferreira to Bogle into the penalty area. It's cleared by Auxerre. And hopefully the referee just blows the whistle before they can get too far forward. Yes, he does. It's a half-decent point against Auxerre. We've actually only lost twice out of 5. I'll take that so far. Up next, though, is a match that we really should be winning. I believe it's against Nîmes, who are 19th, or were 19th in the table. That point against Auxerre was actually enough to move us up one place in the table as well. We're now 13th. We still need to get a win. I don't like the fact that we're sat on one win. Luckily for us, Lille, Montpellier, Strasbourg, Nîmes and Dijon are all really bad at football and have yet to win a game. And we Cannes as well down there. We did beat Cannes, obviously, have got themselves one victory, but I need another win. We need to get a win, and I think Nîmes is the team to do it against, because we do not want to be losing that one. Before we get to the Nîmes match, we've got a Coupe de la Ligue draw. The third round, I'm assuming because we're now in Ligue 1, we go in at a much higher round. So everyone else seems to be Ligue 1 pretty much. There's the odd Ligue 2 side in there. We have got Bourges Peronas. That is a much, much better fixture than I was expecting. That is a match that we can definitely win. I think they've probably got one of our players on loan as well. No, they haven't. Well, it doesn't look like it anyway. Also, while we're here, let's have a quick talk about staff, because if you've been following this from the start, you'll realise that my staff has been a bit of a mess, because the rules in France are a bit odd. Everyone, if they're on a full-time contract, needs to be getting paid a certain amount of money, and my board will just not allow it. However, since getting promoted to Ligue 1, they've started to allow it for certain people, which I don't understand. So we've hired a couple of decent coaches, and by decent coaches I mean they were really good footballers. Not so sure whether they're good coaches or not. First of all, Boboy Traore, who used to be our player up until 2023, when we sold him, he has returned as a head of youth development. He's not good, 8 and a 7, but, you know, at least we've got one. Jose Font, former Southampton central defender, Southampton Palace, West Ham and various other teams' central defender, has joined as a coach. He's not the best. He's all right. He's actually quite good as a fitness coach, which is handy. And our reserve team assistant manager is Radamel Falcao. I'm not really gonna. I don't know why. Like, he's 39. He could probably still do a job. Arguably one of the first must-win matches of the season, up against Nimes, a team down in 19th place in the table. A victory here will put us on to 8 points. I mean, our goal difference is pretty appalling, but it'll put us on to 8 points, and which might move us up to, I don't know, say 11th place in the table. If we lose, Nimes will go on to 5 points, and they will probably equal our goal difference, or at least get very close. So we need to win this. Winning this game is a must, because it's going to hopefully move us away from that relegation zone early on in the season. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. In goal is going to be Daniel Gerrits, Geo Ferreira, Boris Dragan Pokrivac, and Brandon Collignon are going to be the back four. I'm going to give Pokrivac a start, because if you haven't seen him, he's bloody good. He's 17 years old. He's soon to be 18 years old, but he is turning into a very good footballer. And I think, actually, if we do a comparison with him and Rodrigue Ella, they're pretty similar. I mean, Ella's much better in the air. Ella's a little bit faster and Ella's a little bit better at defending. But technically, Dragan Pokrovic is a lot better as an attacker, because, you know, our defenders love to go forward. He's better. Vision's better. Mentally, he's a little bit better. Physically, he's a bit better as well. I'm thinking Dragan Pokrovic might be playing a lot more football this year. Ismail Sarr will keep his position as that halfback because Hassan Kamara is still out for about 2 more weeks. Big Gids and Yoon Kyung-soo are going to be the central midfielders, with Lujbisa Kojic making his first start of the season after he got himself injured. I think he got injured at the end of last season. He's just returned from injury. Alan Varel is going to be on the left-hand side, with Dan Stage, who I promised he's going to get some first-team football under the provision that he scores goals, which is why I'm going with Dan Stage to start against Nimes. If he doesn't score, that's him done. Both teams look like they are going very, very attacking. That is not Andre Wisdom, is it? That is Andre Wisdom. I'm going to give Dan Stage a specific team talk, saying I expect a performance, and then we can get the assistant to do the others. One person, Lujbisa Kojic, actually acted interested. This is going to be a sellout, because every single match this year will be a sellout, because we've only got 4,999 capacity. And so far, for the 2 matches we've played there, it's been a sellout, so I'm expecting this one to be one as well. Early corner for Nimes after 2.5 minutes. Viral can head clear. Sarr is going to get there. Number 27 smashes it long towards Dan Stage. Durand heads forward. Jefferson for Nimes. Got 2 players for company. I think number 17 is the South Korean, and number 34 is massive. They've nearly scored an own goal. Oh, Danny Stage has gone in for it. He's hit the post. Danny Stage has hit the post, and Andre Wisdom can clear the ball. That was an extremely weird highlight to start it off with. Yoon Kyung-soo with a free kick. He's gone for goal, and what a finish that is from the South Korean. His first goal for Dunkerque, his first goal of the season. And that is a brilliant goal. That is a perfect goal as well, because if we can keep this lead up now, goalkeeper should have saved it, let's be honest, but if we can keep this lead up, that is a much, much needed 3 points, and it's starting to put a huge gap between us and the bottom 3 already. Lujbisa Kojic's picked up an injury. Great. Well, we're going to do Levan Gvimradze is going to come on that right-hand side. Kojic, he's a really good footballer, but I've noticed recently that he gets injured a lot, which does not help, particularly when you're a team like me and you don't have a lot of physios and fitness staff. Gvimradze has gone for a ridiculous run, finds Alan Varel. Is he going to cross it in? He does cross it in. Levan Gvimradze is there, 27 minutes on the clock. He's only just come on the pitch. We are 2-0 up. It was a bit of a weird goal, but I really don't care. We're 2-0 up against Nimes. Big Gids with the ball running forward across to Alan Varel, the former Ipswich player. He's running direct for goal, goes for goal, and it's an easy save from the goalkeeper. 5 minutes to play until half-time. Dijon, who are bottom of the table, are beating St Etienne. That is a huge goal. 2-0 as well. Sarr with the ball to Big Gids. He's going to play it back to Sarr, isn't he? Number 27, is he going to try and curl it? Plays it badly towards Collignon, who picks up the ball. Pokrovac. Pokrovac's got some pressure on him. Collignon to Yoon Kyung-soo. Alan Varel now. He's got 2 in the box. Crosses in. It's cleared. Big Gids is there. And what a rocket that is from Big Gids. It's 3-0 and it's not even half-time yet. It's still not half-time. We're in the 51st minute. And Levan Gvimradze has now got himself injured as well. Right, Simon Bogle is coming on. So Gvimradze came on the 25th minute and then came off on the 51st minute. He played 25 minutes. And now it's half-time. Well, we're not doing any changes at half-time because we can't, really. We've only got 1 sub left, and I really don't want to be using that just yet because I'm expecting Simon Bogle to get injured as well. Dan Stage crosses in. Alan Varel's there on the head. It's 4-0. We are starting to take the mick here, aren't we? 4-0 at home in Ligue 1. Dijon have beaten St Etienne 3-0 somehow. They're a team that have got -11 goal difference. We are barely into the second half and we're 4-0 up. Is it going to be 5? Pokravac, Viral's head forward, doesn't find one of our players. Big Gids with a bit of space, goes for goal, straight at the goalkeeper. It could have been 5 if he just put it to one side of the keeper. That looks like the highlight is going to carry on. Boris heads forward to Simon Bogle, the German. Bogle across to Ferreira. I can never say that name. Ferreira? I don't know. Big Gids to Yoon Kyung-soo. He's got Viral with a bit of space into the area. Alan Viral should have made it 5. I'd like to point out we've scored 4 goals and not one of them has been Dan Stage. Dan Stage is a player who really needs to score a goal because I'm starting to lose patience with him, and this is the ideal match for him to do it, and he's just not doing it. Throw on for Neems. Sarr can head it clear. Is Viral going to get there? Dan Stage gets there actually. Number 21 smashes it all the way across towards Bogle, and that is going to be the final bit of action that Dan Stage is going to do, because why did he do that? Why did he think that was the thing to do? Ball forward, Collignon can head clear though. Viral intercepts it. Play it back to the goalie? Nope, he's just going to run around in his own penalty area, having a lovely time. Viral finds Bogle on the right-hand side. He's got no real support. He's going to have to go back. He doesn't go back. Dan Stage doesn't win the header because he doesn't do anything good. Bogle gets the ball again. Big Gids to Yoon Kyung-soo. Back to Sarr. Yoon Kyung-soo again. Viral. Dan Stage is there. He's gone for it twice, Alan Viral. Curled that into the top corner. It is 5-0. I'm going to do our final substitution whilst the celebrations are going on because Dan Stage, I've had enough of you. Ali's going to be coming on. Dan Stage, he got a 7.2. in a 5-0 victory so far, and all he's got is 1 assist and basically a load of misplaced passes. He ended up on a 7.9 somehow. Collignon with a throw. We've still got 11 minutes to play of normal time. Yoon Kyung-soo, Big Gids, Viral with the ball. Across to Big Gids, goes for a goal from distance, and that was extremely close as well. Into the final 5 minutes, and we will never see another performance like this. We will never see it, particularly not in Ligue 1 anyway. Ali back to Collignon. Ali once again. Yoon Kyung-soo. Viral's in there. Crosses in. Big Gids isn't going to get there first. Sarr heads it down. Ferreira. We've got 10 seconds to play. It looks like this is the final highlight of the game. It's going to be a 5-0 victory. Not only is this a 5-0 victory, but that has fixed our goal difference massively because we were -3. We're now on +2. In front of what was a sellout crowd, we have seen Dunkerque's best performance of the season. And it will be our best performance of the season at the end of the year as well. 5-0. It started off, I think every goal was good as well. It wasn't like there was some, oh, that's a bit of a mess. Maybe the Gvimrad's one. But Yoon Kyung-soo's free kick was spectacular. Big Gids' goal as well, just before half-time. Both the Viral finishes were great. Gvimrad's, yeah, it was a bit of a goalmouth scramble, but still went in. I am so glad that I decided to not show you the Lyon game, because if you saw the Lyon game, you wouldn't have seen what just happened there. So I'm very glad. You missed out on a 0-0 draw for 5-0. I think it worked out for everyone in everyone's favour, didn't it? Oh, this isn't good. Kojik's broken his arm. I think that's the second time he's done that. I think Kojik's broken his arm twice now. So over his career, he's fractured his wrist, he's broken his cheekbone, and he's broken his arm. This man's just made out of glass. Oh, that's not good either. Levan Gvimradze's out for 2 to 3 months with a torn hamstring. That is going to do it then for this episode. We're sat 12th place in the table. 8 points. 8 points. I could not believe it. After 6 games, we're on 8 points. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, and a goal difference of 2. We're all the 2s. Next episode, we are probably not going to win one of the games because it's going to be against PSG. And we're probably also going to do the Lens game. It might be Dijon, it might be Lens. It'll probably be PSG and Lens. I'm basically expecting us to lose both of these matches and concede maybe 7 in that, and about 2 or 3 in that one. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time for a battering against PSG.